Hello, I'm Gilbert Alba. This is my project. Uh, I found this data set called Smoke and Health Data, and it comes with a person's age, sex, if they're a current smoker, if their heart rate, blood pressure, cigarettes per day, and uh, cholesterol. Um, for this project, I'm gonna try to see if a model can figure out if a person is a smoker a smoker or not, based on these features. Um, so first, first I opened I opened the file and splitted it into text lines, and I got this list with a string with a bunch of strings, and then after that I split each line by the commas to separate the column data. So before it was just a string with the values separated by commas. I ran a for loop. I skipped the first line because the first line has the column labels, the column names, and for each line, I separated the values just by the comma right here, and then I added it to um, to itself. It it replaced it, and so now it comes off. It comes as a list with string values instead of just one a big string. Next, I wanted to design rows that didn't have uh, any data on it because I didn't want to um, assume any uh, um, assume anything, and so um, created an empty list and went through the whole list, even the index zero with the column names because there's going to be something in there. And uh, I checked if it had any empty values. If it did not have any empty values, if these columns 4, 5, 6, which are the cigarettes per day, the column, I mean the cholesterol and the blood pressure. Um, I just know from going back to the data set that there were missing ones. Like for example, here this column is missing, and I found out later which other columns had missing data. And so I checked those columns. If they did not have any missing data, then I added those rows to this new non-empty list. And this is the list now. Is the columns are still in string, and this is index one with the list of uh, of values. And the first index one is uh, 48 male and no, whereas up here index one is 54 male and yes. But this is missing I believe the cigarettes per day value, and so that was taken out, and it did that through for the whole list. Next, I wanted to convert um, all the strings into integers, and here I went through the whole list, skipped the first, I skipped index zero because just had the column names, and I checked um index one on each row, which is the age, and I converted that into into an integer from a string with just the int method, and I did that for the column index 3. And the blood pressure is the one that gave me a little trouble, since it comes with two numbers separated as a or separated with a slash, and the whole thing is a string. And so I split the string where the slash is, and and some numbers uh, on the top or the bottom had decimals in there, and so I had to check if there's a decimal. If there was a decimal, then I split uh, that that string value, and I got the left side of the decimal, which is index 0, and added it to this empty list that I created to replace this string. And so the first value in this list is going to be the top number. This um, appends it to the empty list, so that'll be the first number on the empty list. And then here, if it does not find the decimal, then it just appends that number, which is the whole number. Same thing to this empty list. And so since this is first, uh, since this is going to be appended first, the first number in this list is going to be the top number. And then it goes to the second number after the slash, and it checks to see if that's a decimal. If it is, then it splits it and appends it again to the now having to the list now having one value in there. And so the second number in this list is going to be the bottom number of their heart rate. And then here I just convert index column 5 into an integer, and the same thing, and index 0 is left alone. And now I have as index 1 I have an integer, string, integer, and the list for the blood pressure with two integers. The first integer is the top number of the blood pressure, and the second value is the bottom number of the blood pressure, and then integer here and integer here. Next, I wanted to simplify the values in the rows for the AI model, and to do that, I wanted to enter in diagnosis. I didn't want the AI to use the raw numbers. I thought it'd be better for the AI model to use just diagnosis. So in this case, it will be strings. And so I started with the heart rate column. I used this chart in this article. This chart has a heart rate for the males on top and the females on the bottom. It has age brackets, and the heart rate, for example, is in range of 47 to 54. Then they classify them as athlete and very good, above average. And so with this one, for each line that's not the column's value, I skipped that one. It first checks to see if it's a male. It then checks for the age. So in this case, if it's age 20 and between, and less than 30 or 40. So if the age is 20 all the way to 39, it'll check the heart rate, and if it's less than 47, classified it as better than athlete, just to cover this side of the heart rate in case there's 46 or 45. And I did the same thing with this side. I added in an extra column uh, to classify everything that's above 94. Then it assigns that the heart rate value to this diagnosis, and it does that for this age bracket, and for the age, anything above 79, I put this else in there to catch anything above uh, or yeah, over 79, and it's basically the same numbers as this, but the diagnosis was a senior because of the age. And here's where the females check starts, and it does the same thing for the females. And at the end, index 1, the heart rate column here, uh, uh, it diagnosed this person as average heart rate. Next, I did the blood pressure column, and I used um, this chart. It basically tests the top number first, and then it'll check the bottom number. For example, if the top number is it is in this range, and then I check the bottom number, and if that's less than 79, I'll demote this diagnosis, or I'll promote this diagnosis to optimal. And if it's above 84, then I'll demote this diagnosis to high normal. That's just the way I interpreted this chart, and I did that here. I check the top number, and then it checks the bottom number, and it gives the diagnosis. And so here in index 1, this person was diagnosed as normal blood pressure. Then I did the same thing with the cholesterol. I used this chart, and I didn't have these values, so I just used the total. Since I just have one a value in the cholesterol column, and if it's less than 200, ideal. If it's between this range, borderline, and high, too high if it's greater than 240. And it did the checks here, and this is it assigns the diagnosis to itself. And so with index 1, the diagnosis for this person is ideal cholesterol. And then I exported the whole thing as clean smoke and health data, and this is the new one. It still has the integers, but the strings are changed, or it now has strings. So average normal cigarettes per day is still left the same, but I'm not going to use that. And then the cholesterol has a diagnosis there. This gave an error because I have this open. Let me run the whole thing again. So I exported this list as this CSV file, and then I grabbed it using pandas, and I deleted the smoking cigarettes per day. I rearranged the columns, and this is how it is now with the current smoker at the end, and there is not a cigarettes per day column. And I gave a pie graph, and this will show out of all the people tested, 53%, 53.6% were females, and 46.4 were male. This is the smokers and non-smokers for male and female. So Out of the males, 711 are not smokers and 1,087 are. And for the females, 827 are smokers and 1,254 are not smokers. This is the bar graph of the heart rate diagnosis count of male smokers. So all these are male smokers. Out of those male smokers, 361 have an average heart rate. 215 has a below average heart rate, and only one male smoker has a heart rate better than an athlete. This is a bar graph for the cholesterol diagnosis count of female smokers. So these are all female smokers. And out of the female smokers, there's 365 who have a high cholesterol, 262 that have borderline cholesterol, and 200 that have an ideal cholesterol. Here I'm preparing the data for the AI model. I'm using the current smoker as the class label, which is here. These are the class features. I ran this to turn the strings into an integer for the AI model, and here I'm splitting the data. In this case, I have the test size as 30% and the training size will be 70%. This is the X train, this is a Y train, X test, and the Y test shape. I decided to use a random forest classifier because it's better than just a single decision tree, since it uses multiple decision trees and looks at the results of all of them. And so I set it to 100 trees. I gave it the X train and the Y train to train the model, and I gave it the X test so it could predict, and it gave me the Y predict, and I entered that into the confusion matrix. The Y test, which is the actual results, and the Y predict, which is what it predicted. And then I printed them. The accuracy was a little above 50%. And this is the confusion matrix. The true negative is 328. The false negative is 249. The true positive is 344, and the false positive is 243. I didn't think it was going to predict well who was a smoker or not smoker just based on the features that it had. Maybe I'd try to go back and not change the actual class features, not do the diagnosis part of it, to see what happens. And I think if it would have maybe more data than what it had, maybe the weight or somehow maybe lung capacity or the lung quality, and also maybe the cholesterol. Okay, I think I just had this total column and not these LDL, HDL, and the triglycerides. Maybe more details on the health data. Maybe that'll help it. And also, I would like to try just a regular decision tree model on there, just to see what would happen. And so that's my project. Thank you.